Oh, hello!
What's happening?
How's it going? You
Hi,
alright?
dude and people and dudes.
Hello from me and everybody watching the Distraction Tactics Film Club. How are you? Where are you, man?
I'm in Los Angeles, trapped in a little room. Look at all my stuff that I've moved in here with.
Oh, nice.
That's how I live day to day, week to week, year to year, out of suitcases. I don't know why. Don't own any houses.
I just like to travel the
That's
world
my
with some
view.
bin liners. Nice view.
Yeah, I don't go out there much, do I?
Have you had a haircut?
Yeah, I've got bored and my hair got too long, and so I got my kids to cut it.
Oh,
I gave them clippers and some scissors.
free reign.
They made a real mess, and then I had to clean it up at the end. And well, I found like the shortest bit that they'd done, and then I had to match it to that, and then go, and then it turned out to be this long.
You did the cleanup.
Yeah,
I know. I
well,
need a
just
haircut.
found in my storage.
Oh, is that for the nose? Amazing. I need one of them, dude. I've tried shaving my head so many times. I always leave very big patches. That they pointed out to me. It's a skill. It's a skill that I don't have. But we're all having to make do in these situations, right?
We're all trying to make do, guys.
We're doing our best. How are you, man?
We're doing our best.
Are you doing all right?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Man.
Congratulations on winning an Oscar.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's the most fucking
exciting
thing in the world.
For reminding me of that. I thought things were looking down this year, but that's right. Cast my mind back a couple of months ago.
That must have been so weird going from that to this, which is
to this room.
The strangest.
No, it's been cool. This is such a strange time at the moment, and as we all know, I like to think that there's going to be a bit of a reset, and that we'll all kind of come out of this sort of having reevaluated what's important and things. I mean, I've spent so much time with my kids the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing. And I wouldn't have done that if everything was back to normal. I'd just be working, and and I'd be singing, and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, every time I went off to work. But now it's just like we're just doing everything together. It's cool.
That's so nice. Yeah, I know. It's a real, like, the sort of slowing down of everybody's lives, I guess, is a real reassessment of everything. I guess for someone like you who's traveling all the time, just forcibly having to be in one place for a while with the people that you love must be fucking awesome in some ways.
It's great. No, I love it. And yeah, I mean, like, the homeschooling thing is very difficult for those of you out there who've got kids. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's mental. It's impossible.
Yeah, my sister's homeschooling my nephews, and it's tricky.
Yeah, it makes you feel really stupid as well, because the math I learned when I was young, they don't do anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what she's doing, and then I'm like, that's wrong. And she's like, no, you're wrong. And then we have an argument.
And then like, let me check the internet, because the internet will be right. That never lies, right?
Yeah. So I gave up on that, and we're just like doing sewing and art and playing music and just dancing and stuff.
Your version of school, what it would be if it was up to you.
My version of school. I was shit at maths. Look at me.
Yeah, me too. So it doesn't count. It doesn't even matter, right? It's just painting.
Numbers.
Sorry.
So what's happening?
Apparently our Wi-Fi is very dodgy and it's pixelated. Well, you've very kindly joined us for week 2 of our film club, which we're doing to try and help distract people and get lots of people around the world who are at home by themselves included and chatting. Week 1 we were in England for Shaun of the Dead. This is week 2. We thought we'd skip the whole way around the world to New Zealand for Hunt for the Wilderpeople, which is obviously one of your films, which we fucking love, and just wanted to chat to you about. People sent us some questions.
Great.
So should we fire away? Can I ask you some stuff?
Well, guess what? Turns out that my schedule is what? I'm having a really important phone call.
Hello.
She's telling on us. Look at this.
Told you see that you told her that she could.
Sorry.
I didn't say that.
A little bit.
I didn't say that at all. You're wrong. I didn't say that.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi to the rest of the world.
How you doing? You guys all right? Oh,
oh my god!
I scared them away. I scared them away. No, this is
What you did. That was to me.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
That was to me for not going along with her big lie about me saying let her have a drink. Anyway,
what kind of drink?
what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that luckily my schedule. I checked my schedule. I checked my calendar, and I'm free until about 2038.
Oh, cool. Me too. Yeah, me too. I think probably quite a lot of us here are.
This was easy for me.
Well, thank you.
There's not much of an effort.
Thank you.
In fact, I need to talk to people because if I talk to a 4-year-old any longer, this will do my head in.
Yeah, well, it's clearly doing you wonders. Like, I have some questions. I'm very bad at this, but I'm reading from a sheet. I've got an actual sheet because people sent stuff in, and I feel like it'd be nice to say what they said. Ayan in Sudan said, New Zealand is much more beautiful than I thought, which is obviously a very nice comment.
Same, that's right. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be beautiful.
But it turned out that it was. And
way more beautiful.
and obviously, like, the cinematography is amazing and shows off the country loads. And I wanted to ask you off the back of Ayan's comment about, the opening and closing shots. How did you shoot them? Was that a drone? Was it a helicopter?
The opening was a helicopter.
Uh-huh.
We sent DP and I wasn't in that helicopter.
I was going to ask if you were in it.
I was in a helicopter for the big chase scene. Oh. And that was on Army land, and we were in a bunch of helicopters, and I felt so sick. I'd never really been. I'd been in one before, but not at speed. When I didn't realize how fast they can go, and like the G forces in a helicopter. Yeah, it really messes with you, especially if you're looking at a monitor and you're trying to like, follow what the camera's doing, and then you're like, you start spinning out.
Did anyone do a vomit? Did anyone sick?
No one did a vom.
Okay,
no one did that.
That's good.
I did wee. I did a little wee in my pants though.
On the helicopter, out the helicopter. In your pants. Okay, you answered the question.
Oh no, this was a different time. This was
right.
So but we had a helicopter at the beginning, and there was a drone at the end because we ran out of money by the time we finished shooting.
Cool. Nice.
That chase.
As a layman, I wouldn't have been able to tell. So I was just going to assume that you were in helicopters the entire time, even for the ground shots. You just were sitting in a helicopter. Oh, it's backwards. What?
Okay, I'll make it forwards.
Oh, Greta again. I love it. That's perfect. That is a wonderful cap. And that's how it should be, right?
That's it. Next question.
So I wanted to ask you about child actors, because you manage to always find amazing ones and get really incredible performances out of them. And Boy, Jojo Rabbit, in Wilderpeople. How do you do it, man?
Craigslist. Just put an ad out. So I was just looking for kids, and let's see what turns up. No, for every film I've done, I've auditioned like a lot, like thousands of kids. Just go through all different schools. We send like the casting agents out, and they just basically just talk to thousands of kids, and you can tell pretty fast, like pretty soon in the conversation, which ones have got something and which ones are just kind of, they don't, it's not really in them, or it needs to be, they need more development or something of their acting. And what I do is I try and find a kid that resembles as close as possible the character that I've written. And then when you found someone like that, so Julian, he wasn't that into hip hop, and he hadn't been in foster care, but his general attitude and his, I guess, his personality and his own character were very similar to what I wanted from the character that I'd written. So basically, all I had to do was just get him to learn the lines, and then that was all my job really done. It was just him being himself, because you don't want to ask kids to act. You don't want to act that, say to them, hey, well, so, your backstory, 11-year-old, when you were 4, this happened. You don't want them thinking about anything like that.
Did you get him into hip hop? Do you think did he really get?
Not sure.
No.
Not sure if I did.
You tried though. It must have been an education of some kind. But yeah, he's so good at it. He's so funny, and obviously he's gone on to like pretty amazing things as well, which must be fucking awesome for you to see.
Oh yeah, no, it's great, and he's gone on to do more stuff, and it's really nice, yeah, because the fear is that you're going to use a kid in a film and then get their hopes up that there's a career out, somewhere in this business, which is so difficult even for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Let alone 11-year-old kid. So when they do go on to do other stuff, that's amazing. But I always tell them early on, this could be the only time you do it, so just enjoy it and enjoy this time off school.
Must have been a pretty full-on shoot as well in terms of locations and amount of time out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and he was like, because he was, I think he was like 11, and he wasn't used to being out in the wilderness and stuff. He's a city kid. And so, like, sometimes, like, he did this great bit. I wanted him to sit on this, like, rotten log. So we shot everything on location. And it was, like, there's all these spider webs all around it. And he looked at it, and he was like, I don't know if my character would sit on that. and I was like, well, I feel like your character would, So he's so tired. He's like, nah, I think my character would just lean against this rock over here. So let's just do that. So...
And how often did he win in those situations? Or are you pretty much like, you're a kid, you've got to listen to him?
I mean, I don't want to like have an argument with an 11-year-old, and then eventually they have to pull out the emotion card, and then I seem like the guy's like emotionally abusing
and trying to force
kids
a child to sit on a spidery log.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm trying to emotionally scar them just for this film. So I would usually give in, and then or try and figure out a way of convincing them that it was their idea. And that's always a good one.
Like reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Apparently it's great tactic. I think the chemistry between everyone in the film was amazing, particularly like him and Sam. And it's as someone that watches films that loves them, like obviously you want to believe that everyone is still friends and stuff. Was that a film where everyone stayed in touch?
Yeah. I'm still very close to Sam and Julian, and there's also a lot of my other friends in the film as well. Rachel House, who plays Paula, the social welfare worker.
She's amazing.
She's basically in all of my films. She plays Jeff Goldblum's bodyguard in Thor. She's been someone, and she's also done a lot of the coaching of kids on my films as well, like the acting coaching, because it's. Directing a film, you don't really have much time after work to go and then teach a kid the lines for the next day and stuff because you're prepping so many other things. So if it's someone who's never acted before, it's quite good to get someone else in to help them understand what the scene is and stuff. Oh, look at that lady behind me.
Who's that? Who's she?
That's I don't know what the name of that painting is. Can someone else say that? Or say what it is if you're out there and you know it?
Someone clever on the bottom. We've got a lobster phone, the old classic lobster phone behind us.
Oh,
your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But apparently our Wi-Fi is so atrocious that you can't see anything, and I'm a big pixelated mess. So sorry for that.
Yeah, that's just the way that I remember seeing you anyway, because of being on the vodkas, and you're always a bit blurry to me anyway.
Likewise, it feels completely normal and natural, right? I know. Oh man, I wonder when the next time that anyone will get to go out will be. I guess we'll see. I had a question from Moni in Saudi Arabia, and wanted to ask you, what movie do you go to when you need a pick me up, particularly at the moment?
I've been going to some romantic comedies. I don't know why. It was just sort of just started, and then it's things I'd never like these films I'd never seen before, and I think just like being trapped in a house and not being able to like do much. I kind of appreciate anything at the moment. I watched in one whole day. I watched One Fine Day, George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Excellent.
Great. Sleepless in Seattle, which I'd never seen.
Wow, never seen it. What do you think?
No, While You Were Sleeping with Bill Pullman and Sandra Bullock.
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? The other Nora Ephron one. You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail. Which I just like to think of the sort of the the period of time where email was as mystical as it is in that film. And what's it like watching it through the lens of 2020? Does it hold up?
Not much. No, there's not a lot in any of the films that holds up, really. But, there's like... It's pretty preposterous. It's like suddenly... I mean, like, Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks have one scene together at the top of the Empire State Building. Well, apart from that one, like, there's like... No, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then you're like... And then they start holding hands. And then they're holding hands.
Yeah, there must be some fucking great emails to lead to that. And they're not. That's right. That's quite an impressive quadruple bill. That was one day.
Yeah, it was one day. What else have I watched? I mean, comedy-wise, I've been looking at The Other Guys is really good for stupid laughs.
Oh yeah, that is so good. That's pretty.
But in general,
I mean, it feels like now you sort of don't want to be watching anything too challenging or dark if you're me. At the moment, and in our house, we're sort of like trying to steer away from the stuff that maybe before I would have loved, but being challenged.
Well, there was this big thing, wasn't there, where everyone wanted to watch like Contagion and Outbreak and all those things. And I did watch them, and I thought, oh, this is great watching these things. Now I don't want to see that sort of stuff.
We watched Contagion as for research like a month or so ago, and I immediately regretted it because in my dreams they've all seeped into one big film and with reality. So it's pretty weird, dude. I feel like we've had you for ages, and I feel like I should let you go. But I wanted to. There's one.
Yeah, my food has arrived, so I'm gonna go and eat it.
Nice. As one final question, Alan from Houston asked, "What are Taika Waititi and Dan Smith's best bird call impressions?"
Bird call.
Yeah, have you got one? I got this.
I got one.
Okay.
Here, birdie, 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 birdie. Here, birdie, 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 birdie. Come on, little birdie. Come on, birdie.
Dude, you wiped the floor with anything that I could have done. Thank you so much. It's so nice to see you, man. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, you too, brother.
Thank you
for
being here. Miss you too, mate. Take care. Look after yourselves. Stay sane. Lots of love.
Thanks, everyone. Lovely to hang out a little bit.
Yeah, nice to see you, man. Take care. All the best. Bye. Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.